cause of death for 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. Her dismembered body was found last fall inside the car of popular singer David. Fox Local's Rachel Aragon, she's live for us this afternoon in downtown LA with the update there. Rachel?
Hey Marla, I have something information that many of us have all been curious and waiting for over the last several months now, but as you just mentioned, the LA County Medical Examiner just released the cause of death officially for 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. It reads she died from multiple penetrating injuries with unspecified objects. But that's just one thing we're touching upon today. There are still so many questions surrounding this ongoing case, including whether or not the lyrics and music from the artist David will be used against him in this criminal trial. Take a look here. We're going to break down the argument for you. In fact, LAPD Police Chief Jim McDonald was on Good Day LA this morning discussing just that. When the anchors asked him about whether or not lyrics could be used as evidence for prosecutors against the artist, he said it will certainly be introduced. I'm sure it's something that will get a lot of attention here in this trial. He says we'll see how this plays out. He also says as of right now, it'll be speculative to me to say how exactly that will look. Well, the song and video many have pointed to since this case has been going on is called Romantic Homicide. It's a single released by David in 2022, again, prior to any of these murder allegations. Well, some say those lyrics and that dark music video eerily imitates the current investigation. If you recall, Governor Gavin Newsom, though, signed a bill in 2022 restricting the use of rap lyrics as evidence in criminal trials. Well, the non-outright ban criminal defense attorneys I spoke to say that means, in this case, prosecutors will have to convince a judge that the lyrics are relevant, rather than prejudicial, to have this as evidence. Take a listen.
If the lyrics give some sort of blueprint, even if it's a blueprint for future harm, then they become extremely relevant, probative, showing that David had some type of plan in his mind, to a very dark plan. The defense is going to argue, no, it's not relevant, it's more prejudicial, meaning that evidence that comes in can be more hurtful in a way that is not ethical.
And just to remind people again, just recently, David did plead not guilty to charge, but something that's been discussed for years now is whether or not artists should have their lyrics be allowed in as evidence. Again, expression, freedom of speech, of course, a form of poetry. Others are arguing this could be a confession to a crime. We've seen this played out before. I know in Atlanta, when I was there reporting on another trial for Young Thug, the same discussion came into play here. But the attorney I just spoke to right now, Marla, said it really is a case-by-case basis, and before any real trial comes into play, it will be a mini-trial, if you will, between prosecutors and defense, and arguing whether or not, again, these lyrics and that video should be allowed in court.
Rachel, in terms of the timeline, just to clarify, she disappeared after these lyrics were drafted, essentially?
Correct. And to be clear, 2022, we know she was last seen, according to police, right, April 23rd, to police at David's home. So again, this video, the music was well released before any of this ever played out, but according to some people, including the police as well as prosecutors, they believe this could be evidence just showing the mindset. Eerily similar this could be. Attorneys on the other side, I'm sure, as we talked to that one attorney saying they're going to argue our expression. You see a lot of artists do this, talking about crimes. It is not It'll be very interesting to see how this all plays out.
Absolutely, and you just said 85, so if you look at the calendar, that's 1 year tomorrow that she was last seen with David or at David's. To the LA County Medical Examiner's breaking news, does that essentially mean that she was stabbed to death?
You know, that's a good question, and they said multiple objects, right? We don't know what those are exactly, and I don't want to speculate on that, but we do know, sadly, how gruesome the body was, and I'm sure we'll know more information as that comes out. But again, a little more information, of course, today at least, in terms of the cause of death.
All right, Rachel Aragon reporting live for